Welcome to our show tonight. We're going to talk about the law of polarity and the law of compensation.
We can't hear you, Adeline. We can't hear you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
Yes.
Okay now.
so let's welcome once again, and sorry about the technical problem. Welcome once again, Jennifer and Jasmine. Come on tonight for this precious evening to introduce about the law of polarity and the law of compensation. So I'm curious, how do you use this law in your life and as well in your work? I'll pass the mic to you right now.
Okay.
Okay. Hi everyone. I am Jasmine from Sound Therapy, and this is
I'm Jennifer.
from Sound Therapy too. We are very
Yes.
honored to be here, and today we'll be talking about two laws. The first is the law of polarity, and then the second one is law of compensation. So we are
Compensation.
compensation. What did I say?
You said conversation.
Oh, sorry, compensation. So what we will do is we will use English and also Cantonese as a supplement to make it more interesting and more fun for all of us here. So first of all, we'll have a brief conversation of, brief introduction of the laws, and then we will mainly talk about our sharing, how we develop sound therapy Hong Kong, and now it has been for 6 years already, and we have our own workshop in Hong Kong, and to me it's like a dream. So this opportunity is really nice, and that Dr. Lenny Su and also Adelaide, you invite all of us to be here. So now we will start, shall we?
Yeah.
Shall we? And then
Okay.
finally, a little.
For it.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we have to have a little bit of advertising time, so we will do our our sound bath at the end
At
of
the end.
Of the talk.
Interview.
Yes.
Yeah, so stay tuned until the end, and then we will share a sound bath. So we hope that it helps us to balance and have a good sleep. And because I think maybe it is the first time of the interview having two guests together at the same time. So because of our identity, we are business partner together, establishing Sound Therapy Hong Kong. So in this sharing, we will support our sharing with our working experience more. We hope that besides for those who are dealing with your own situation or own emotion, we hope our sharing can inspire those, particularly who are interested to pursue your career or be your own or be an entrepreneur in either is your spiritual career or in a business career. And so hope you all enjoyed it. So let's talk about law of polarity first.
Okay, so we'll have to start our screen sharing, right?
Yes.
So okay, law of polarity. So so basically what you are looking at is a polarity. So me and Jennifer, basically it's two polarity in regards of personality, in regards of our rhythm and our pace, and this is how 一步一步咁樣捱過嚟，見到我哋今日咁樣嘅。So this is a great sharing at the end of the workshop. So now I'll talk about law of polarity. So basically it's very simple. Everything is a duality. It's dual. So you can look at the screen. We have an earth. So you can see it's a round, and then you can see blue and red, and then also a small circle and then a large circle. It's
South
everything
and north.
is a dual. Okay, so I'll briefly recap it. Law of polarity. everything has its pair of opposites, like left and right, and sweet and sour, and this would be quite explanatory, okay? And opposites are identical in nature, but it's in different degree, and it's like a different, it's in a spectrum. This is how I understand this spectrum, okay? And extremes meet, right? And everyone has their own scale of perception, so it's so don't judge. So basically, we work with our own scale and in perception, and then we work across the spectrum. This is how I apply the law. And then the next one is no such thing as I am right and you are wrong. So everything basically is a continuum, and then we just apply it, and then things will just go easy, and then focus on what is happening now at the moment, and then gradually it will just ride along. This is my experience. And then the key point here is to respect and honor our diversity. So we work in a team of 6 people now, and then this is how I apply the law of polarity on a daily basis, and also with my business partner Jennifer. Okay. And then another key point, it's we are in control over our own scale, such as our emotions. Sometimes you feel that I'm in a terrible state, but can we actually adjust it? Can we change it? Sometimes we could adjust it. Oh, okay, now I'm very unhappy, so can I be more unhappy, or can I feel more depressed? And at one point you'll be, oh, okay, I actually feel quite okay. So this is how we play around with the emotion in the spectrum. So this is a very short recap. So I hope you all like it. Okay. Okay, the next is the spectrum, and also I call it a ruler. It's just what we see. There's 2 opposites, 2 polarity. One is sour and one is sweet. So this is the extreme. And the one point I would like to mention is the ruler can extend on the left, on the right side. So there's actually no endpoint to extreme. It's also how we change, how extremes meet together. So this is correspond to the last slide I showed. So this is the brief introduction of law of polarity.
Okay, can I just add more picture of your explanation of this chart, this picture, sour and sweet? I would just think of the pendulum, you know.
Oh,
pendulum
yes.
swing left and right, swing left and right, and it was hit to the highest this point and highest to the other point.
Yes.
And the key thing is how to bring it to the middle point where we always get the balance and get the answer. I think everyone is curious or interested to know how to get the balance.
Yes, right.
So
that's it. I think how to, before we try to make use of this law to find a balance, I think this law also teaches a very, very important concept. When we understand this concept, we will know how to find a balance. The concept is everyone has our own scale. So my intensity of the sweet that I taste is not exactly the same of the intensity of the sweet that you taste. You know, when we many people suffer because we think many people don't understand us. Oh, I feel that my life is very we have many suffering. We are always being agitated by others. But when we go back home, we want to share our experience to our friends or family. Maybe we can always hear, oh, it's okay, everyone's like that. Don't be exaggerated. Don't be a drama queen. But we think that we are really suffering. And at the same time, vice versa. When we see some people are suffering, we think that they overreact. And that's why it makes us suffer, or we are puzzled, or we are angry, or we are just puzzled. How come it seems that we cannot communicate? But with the law of polarity, we understand that we have our own scale. And at that point, we try to understand everyone has their own experience. And because of this mutual understanding, because of this understanding of the law, and then we can easier to find the balance within us and then without us. You know, there is a law, also another law of correspondence is as within, so without. So before we can find a balance outside, we have to find the balance inside. So before we reach that inside balance, we have to understand clearly this concept that we are seeing with different view of the aspect. We have very different viewpoints to one single thing, but our viewpoints are all part of the truth.
Right.
We are not right or wrong, and you are not right or wrong, but we also share the same understanding of part of the truth. With this understanding, actually, it is much more easier for us to reach the balance and harmony. So when we understand that, we always use, when we practice singing bowl, when we practice sound therapy for our patients, for our clients, we always say that no matter what symptoms or what problems you are bringing with you to us,
Right.
we hope we can bring you to a balanced and harmonizing state.
Right.
Yes, we
that's
are not
good.
solving the problem. We are not actually, oh, come and we can cure your insomnia. We can treat your pain. We didn't say that. We always say that you come and then we bring back the natural balance and harmonizing state to your health. When we reach a balancing state, we feel that all the pains or all the problems will be solved very, very easily. So yes, that's Adeline, you bring a very, very excellent point. It's like a pendulum. When we are always going to a stream to another stream, we will find so tired and exhausted. But when we slow down, when we find a space inside, and we try to not fixing ourselves into one extreme, we try to not identifying ourselves into one extreme, or I say one viewpoint. We try to not define ourselves or others with one single viewpoint, and then we will let go of that extreme and then come back to the natural balance. It's actually a very natural phenomenon within us. But the first thing is we need to understand everyone have our own scale, and we share the same natural
Ability.
and we are everyone's seeing part of the truth, not all of the truth, but part of the truth, and then we just relax and slow down, and then slowly and
enjoy the pendulum, right? This is
Yeah.
what I always say.
and then you will find the balance naturally. We don't need a teacher to teach us, because it's our instinct. When we try to give us space, when we try to slow down, when we try to take a deep breath, when we try to detach, when we try to not insisting on something, when we try to step back, and then naturally we will know what we should do, and then the balance state will naturally appear, and then you will know.
And then that's so amazing that this is how the singing bowl can do that magical job, right?
Yes.
Yes.
How about we just hear one sound of the singing bowl first?
Of course.
So we can understand what does it mean, the sound that can bring us back to a balancing state.
Yes, please.
Is it good? Okay, the mic is over there, so I'll just jump over there and then just enjoy with your ears.
Wow.
Yeah, we can just give us space, give us time, and focus. Not focus, but rest in this sound of the singing bowl. You don't need to prepare a position or prepare whatever. You just give a space and allow yourself to rest, to listen, to rest in this sound and listen. We try once again, okay?
Please. Yeah, this is such a, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
this is such a beautiful thing where when you hit it, the sound linger, and then as you go down, tone down, and whoosh, you will just settle.
Yeah. When we did you feel that maybe after 3 to 4 seconds, and then when you really focusing on listening and without thinking anything, you are not in either side. You know what I mean? You are not in the whether an analytical side, a hectic side, or in a so-called a very relaxing, a lazy side or creative side. You are just there.
Yeah, yes. Correct.
The there is what we mean the balance and the harmonizing state, the harmony, because we are just there. We don't need to struggle. Don't need to hold on. We don't need to consciously let go. We just naturally be there, and then we reach the harmonizing state.
Yeah. It's not only peace. Yes, I would like to stress it. Is actually is harmonizing.
Yeah, it's not a simply peace. Yeah, you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
we always say that it is the
I
natural
put it in
law.
a more interesting way. I mean,
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
not
please.
saying that your way is not interesting.
Yeah, sometimes my way is not
You now
too
understand
interesting.
our polarity, right? I just understand. Yeah, I like to use a diagram, right? Like this, like a TikTok in a space where we just did the sound. It's more like in the middle state where it's effortless. This is how I understand it. Like do and then effortless and then this is like it's like a ride.
Okay.
It's more easy to understand. Or is there another perspective supplement with what Jennifer said earlier?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we always say that all the universal law, all the 12 universal law actually are very simple.
Yes, in
You know,
theory.
when I learned it at the first time, I remember everyone said it is simple. The teacher said it is very simple. But what is tricky is the most simple thing in the world is the most difficult part to understand, because we make things so complicated, same as the law of polarity and law of compensation. Actually, we can just explain it in one sentence, but to really you can absorb and understand the knowledge and the wisdom behind, we need to practice it and share with our own experience. So we will share it later with our cases and experience. How do we apply this law into our life in running this business? Sound Therapy Hong Kong and on the sound therapy.
Okay. So
Okay.
let's move on to the slide.
Yes. So
now let's continue about the law of compensation. Okay, let me share my slide first. Okay.
I think this is a very interesting law applying on what we have in our business.
Yeah, we apply this law a lot to achieve what we achieved so far. So although it is not a big success yet, everything, but at least we are very satisfied with it. And about law of compensation is very easy to understand. We reap what we sow. Everyone heard of this sentence. 就是中文种瓜得瓜，种豆得豆。Yes, we all understand it, but we are all very puzzled in it. Why? Because I know that many people, including me, most of the time we think that we didn't reap what we sowed. I thought I put a lot of effort, I put a lot of heart, I put a lot of love, a lot of time on a project, on a person, on a relationship. But it turned out not like that. Even though I think I make a big loss, big loss, and I invest wrongly. I thought I was so stupid.
Yes.
And so we always puzzle how this law of compensation work. And that's why I'm going to share with you the little experience about my own understanding of it.
Okay, please.
Yay!
Yeah.
Actually, we did reap what we sow, but we have to understand one thing, because most of the time, because of the law of polarity we just mentioned, everything is in a duality. So for everything, every reward or every return, we will naturally, our mind will define it as a plus or a minus. Is it a positive or a negative? Is it a gain or a loss? It's a very natural analytical mind, the process of our analytical mind.
Okay.
But first we have to understand something, because it is an universal law. It is not a law in our own mind, it is a universal law. So we have to understand what the universe react to us. So
Okay.
let's see. Actually, the universe never punish us or bless us. We always ask for blessing from the universe, but actually it doesn't punish or bless us. It just simply responds to our vibrations, our vibrational attitude that we are emitting.
Okay, this is profounding.
Yes.
This is very
Very
profound.
profound, yes.
So when we try to throw away the term of punishment and the term of blessing, and then we see things as they are. Okay, when I do something, and then there are always a law of cause and effect, right? Before we shared cause and effect. When the effect comes to our life, when we stop identifying whether it is a punishment or a blessing, and then we simply see it as it is easier for us to understand how the law of compensation works. So I want to share this statement first because it is a very important ground, a very important foundation of understanding deeply how do we make use of law of compensation, and finally we get what we really want.
So can I say that when a thing or is a scenario, a matter comes to you, you put away all the definition, you put all the judgment away, or
basically yes, but the point is it is difficult for everyone to do it. It is a yes to your question, but the problem is it seems that we cannot do it, right? Because our mind is always calculating, our mind is always analyzing whether we are doing right or wrong, whether we can make use of our time, our own value, whether we can invest correctly, properly, whether we can improve or keep growing. So yes, we shouldn't define, and then because it is difficult, and now we know that we should not define whether it's good or bad, but now we know we shouldn't. So next slide I want to share is how can we stop thinking or identifying whether it is a good reward or a bad reward.
Okay, bring it on.
Yes. So when we think about bad or good, particularly I just mentioned in the beginning, we want to share more about our business, our experience in running business. So when in running business, we always think that the return will be in monetary form, in financial form. So we always see a loss there. We cannot see a gain there.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, in this chart, I want to share with you what items did we reap, consciously or unconsciously, and what items do we sow, consciously or unconsciously. Okay, so let's see the yellow part first. Actually, for every seed that we plant, it's not just your time, it's not just your money. Actually, in our life, what we invest, including our thought, our words, every word counts. Whatever and how you use the word to communicate with others. Are you always bad-mouthing others? When you see something that makes you not happy, you immediately try to use your words to express your bad mood or express your anger, or you try to use some good words skillfully to make yourself and others not suffered. Or not feeling good. So every word counts. So we have to mind what we say every day. And besides the word, because in the thoughts actually it's also words. It's just that you are not saying it out. It's just the words inside your brain, inside your mind. So all words counts. So action, of course, is easier to understand. What you did, how you spend your day to work with others, to complete your job, it's easy to understand. Is this all the seeds that we sow? And the intention as well. Whether you set an intention with a good intention or bad intentions, usually people will think it's good intention or bad intention. In next slide, I will share how to define what is a good intention or a bad intention, because nowadays, many people working in this spirituality, everyone knows this word intention, right?
Yes.
But it seems that it is not easy to make sure my intention is pure.
Pure,
It's not
yeah.
about good or bad. No one have, I think many people working on the spiritual path or working on the wellness, most of us are sharing a good intention,
Yes.
but it is not pure enough.
Mm.
So I will talk about it later in the next slide. The intention have to be good and have to be pure. So it affects how much or how fast the reward will come back. So it is easier for us to understand what we saw, right?
Yes.
And then for the return. Many people think that, when I start my own business, maybe at the first few months, I earn nothing, or I have to keep putting more investment, more money in it. So it thinks that, I have so much passion, I have so much devotion, and I cannot get what I get because I didn't make money. It isn't having much more opportunities or money. But that's what I want to share. In the law of compensation, we are not simply rewarded with money. It can be money, it can be tangible, it can be non-monetary, it can be intangible. Actually, everything is a reward from the universe, including money, of course. But I want to share the money is very interesting. Many people think, when I am a business owner, of course, the more money I earn, the better I'm performing, right? It seems that the more successful I am. But you can see that I state a positive and a negative, right?
Yeah.
Money is always a good thing, because you can hear that some people say it's good money, it's dirty money, right?
Yes.
In Chinese, in Cantonese, sometimes we'll say, 我哋賺辛苦錢
啱
係咪？
係
Do you want to earn 辛苦錢 or you want to see your bank account and see the money? You feel that, it's give me so much
What we call easy money.
easy money. It's very important.
Effortless.
So even if you have money reward, but when you look back and you think it is 辛苦錢, to me it is not a good compensation. So don't simply think that money is definitely 100% positive compensation. Sometimes it is not. Okay, but because we only have an hour, I will simply share only. And then besides money, here are all the fruits that we can reap.
Okay.
The goodwill,
Opportunities, a lot of
trust.
opportunities.
Yes, opportunities, ideas. Many people miss that point. And later we will share about our path, because most sharing is not monetized. It's not. It's about ideas, opportunities, network, trust, goodwills. And at the same time, when you earn this, money will also naturally flow in. And that is the easy money, not the difficult and the dirty money.
Yeah.
Clean and easy money.
So now you may seem that a little bit boring with all the philosophy, but please wait. And I think I want to talk a little bit more about the last fruit I wrote here is lessons. Lesson. Sometimes, for example, it's more easy to understand when we invest in a relationship. For example, if you have a boyfriend or a husband or a girlfriend or a wife, and somehow something happened, it turned out it betrayed you, he or she betrayed you, and you think, you put all 100% heart and loyalty and time to this person, and it turned out what you get back is betrayal. And then looking at the law of compensation, and then you will start to scold the universe, right?
Yeah.
What is the law of compensation? What did you give me? Did I deserve this compensation? Many people will think that, so they don't understand about the law of compensation. But the lessons behind the pain and the suffering is actually a very, very important compensation. So after knowing this, I will always say, there is no bad thing. There is no punishment at all. Everything is positive. Everything is good, because I always say there is always a blessing in disguise. For example, not relationship, my own experience. I have an elder brother that is who was 4 years older than me.
Okay.
But he passed away in year 2006 because of cancer.
Okay.
Before that, I was I think I used to be a very lucky little lady when I was young. Very 傻下，very lucky 好順利. I don't understand about what is suffering and pain seriously until my brother's case. When he was diagnosed with serious cancer, and then he passed away 5 years later. At that moment, it is a very, very big sadness, hopeless among our family. I have a very dark time because my relationship with my brother is very good, and he always take good care of me. And I never think about there is a good lesson or good learning in this situation, because all I get at that moment is pain. You can imagine, right? I think many people who have lost their family or loved one will resonate, will understand. When we are overcoming a dark time, it is difficult to understand and to see a positive side of that situation, of that condition. But I can see a few years ago already, when I started my spiritual path, actually my brother's cancer motivated me and urged me to start my spiritual path. So without him, I'm not like here, living a life that I fully enjoy, I truly enjoy, and I truly happy with. So from his condition, actually is a lesson for me. I learned a lesson. Maybe the lesson gives me a lot of pain, but without that pain, it won't push me out of my comfort zone and seriously think about what I really want to do. Yeah, and then when you started to see that and you started to react to it properly, and then you will gain what you deserve at last, when the time comes, when the time and the opportunity is there. So let go of the money is the king. Let go of this concept and try to see every reward is something good. It brings you to the next step. It brings you to the next opportunity. It's the law of compensation.
So we in a way, even we're experiencing the pain, we got to have the self-awareness to see beyond the pain, right?
Yeah.
So see beyond the pain, and once you see beyond the pain, although we might not see it now, but at the same time, we know that we need to pull ourselves up together. Then only we can see beyond it and then act on it, right?
Yes, but when we are all in deep pain, I understand it is not easy. So when it is not easy to push yourself up, it is okay to stay there, but never lose faith on the universe, because everything is guided and ruled by the universal law.
Yeah, the 12 laws.
Yes, we always have to remember that. That's enough. And then stay there and use the law of polarity and find the balance first. If you have to stick in the negative side and that makes you feel better, okay, just stay there. But remember, when the time comes, we will go back to the natural law. We will go back to the natural flow of the universe. Don't against it.
Right, great.
Yeah. And remember, it is just a lesson. Yeah, and then we will all go through. We can all go through. Okay, so next. So one more thing is, what we reap, the fruits also reinforce what we sow. So it is important that we see what we sow. We have to see that. We have to we now cannot be blind. We cannot cover our eyes. Now you know, oh, sometimes opportunity, sometimes the reward come in terms of opportunity, ideas, lesson. Now you understand, and then you have to say it, because when you say it, it reinforces how you sow the seeds. So quickly you will practice, more practice, you will learn fast, and then you can easier to manage your life. After all, I think learning the universal law is, we hope we all can have a more control of our life, so we can be healthier, happier, and wealthier.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to talk about it later when we share a scenario, because in the law of compensation, that is a bit different from the law of cause and effect and the law of attraction. It's about the time when the compensation will come to you, and how it comes to you, and how much it comes to you is quite different from the law of cause and effect. This is only applied in law of compensation, but later I will share it with an example so you will understand it more easier.
Okay.
Okay, quickly I share this one. So now you have a basic concept of law of compensation and law of polarity. How can we apply it on our daily life? How can we apply it on, if I just said, if I want to set up my own business, if I'm thinking to quit my job and query if I should start my job right now, I hope this can help you to apply to make your aim focus more, so you can shoot more accurately, so you won't be puzzled too much. Okay. So in the law of compensation and polarity, when we want to achieve something, or I can say, when we always say law of manifestation, right? When we want to manifest something, when we want to get what we sow, we reap what we sow, we have 4 elements. The first thing, intention, is easily you can understand. Intention, plus you have to enjoy it, and you have to trust it, and then a regular review. What does it mean? For intention, I just mentioned, many people knows that the intention have to be out of love.
Yeah.
We all know how to say it. Oh, we have to out of love. You cannot set an intention that is out of fear.
Yeah.
But you can see on the right side, the love and fear about the law of polarity is a continuum. Actually, both love and fear have the same nature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So sometimes it is very difficult for us to identify whether our intention is out of fear or out of love, because the nature is very similar.
Similar. Can I give like an example?
Yes. For example, if I want to say sound therapy, I learned, for example, I am Jennifer A, and then I still working in the marketing field, and then I was so frustrated, and then I learned about sound therapy. I found it so amazing, and then I want to start using this to help others. Yeah, it's very, very common now among our clients and students. They want to start their business right now. They want to be a therapist
or a trainer.
Yeah, to help others. Actually, this intention is very good, right? Because we want to make a living by helping others. Yeah, it is a very, very good livelihood. But if your intention consists a part of your frustration in your existing work, right? Okay, think back. If you are not frustrated about your existing work, you won't go to learn something and want to find another opportunity.
Okay.
You got what I mean?
Yeah, this is a big wake up.
Yes, of course. You try to find a career that is helping others. That is excellent. The universe will be clapping big hands for you. But before that, you have to see clearly. I just mentioned before whether your intention is pure enough. Purely out of, I seriously want to help others because I suffer too. I suffered. Of course, maybe for example, now I'm not Jennifer A, I'm Jennifer B. I have exactly the same situation. but it's not because I want to quit my job or I want to learn something new. It's not because I hate my job, but I found it boring. I found that, I can actually, in my job, it's just exactly my situation. In my job, I have a lot of satisfaction because my colleagues are good. My boss always give me a lot of good opportunity to work on my talent, to develop my career, and we can be friends, and the company is big. So if you are interested in marketing, actually, I was having quite a very nice job. There is no reason for me to leave.
Yeah.
But my heart feels frozen. When I work on it, I didn't feel any passion at all. Even though everything seems perfect, but my heart is not excited. So I will try to find something that I feel excited. Yeah,
Okay.
and then when I sent this signal out, and then one day I saw on the YouTube, wow, there is a guy playing a singing bowl and the sound is amazing. And then my heart started to and then,
beating
wow,
very fast.
it's nice. It seems that my frozen heart started to wake up a little bit, and then ding, what is that? I want to learn about it.
Okay.
And then when I practice, I feel a lot of joy. Even my body is so tired after a whole day of work, after a long day. But when I practice on somebody, wow, I feel so excited. I'm so enjoying it. And the intention is totally different.
Yeah.
At that moment, I really want to try to explore the possibility of being a sound therapist. Starting to think about working on it as my career.
Okay.
Yeah, so the intention both is out of love,
yeah.
but
Okay.
the purity is different. You now understand what I mean?
Yeah. Make sure you clear your mess first before you start on another thing.
Yes.
Very good.
But you can do it gradually. We don't need to be 100% clean before trying to another thing, but at least you know. At least you know, and then try to do it gradually until you can feel that, oh, it's really purely my choice, my choice from my
passion.
heart. Yes, and then this is about the intention.
Okay. Actually, what you have explained, you also talk about enjoyment.
Yes, enjoyment too. Many people, I realize that sometimes for me too, when I'm tired and I have committed a job, that job in nature, I should enjoy it a lot because it's something that I want to do.
Yeah.
But when I'm so tired, and then when I think about that job, oh, I want to make an excuse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Everyone have encountered very similar thing. So enjoyment is about, you can see the scale from passion to disgust. I think many people will think that, oh, that's something that I like. Of course, I will enjoy it. But actually, it depends on your physical situation, your emotional situation, your mental situation, and your energy level. So how to define? You have to feel it. When you are working something in passion, it's like passion fruit. It's so colorful and your heart is so warm and you're so excited. You can feel your cells are dancing and you're so looking forward to it. The vibes is totally different. But when you're tired and then, you are forcing yourself to enjoy it, and actually you have a vibration of rejection. So this is about the enjoyment.
Okay. Very clear cut and simple. Great.
Very simple, very simple. Is the energy, the good energy I call in the polarity, is always something that is expanding and relax. Remember, we have shared, I think some guests have shared before about the Omega chart, the map of consciousness. There's 3 types of energy. One type is constraining. Contracting, constraint. One type is neutral, and the other type is expanding.
Yes.
So when we stop, when we plan something, and we try to feel ourselves, whether we are in an expanding situation or in a neutral situation or in a constricting situation, and then you will know how's your
energy level.
Whether your law of compensation will work quickly for you.
Okay, great.
Yes, yeah. Okay, about trust. many people say, oh, we have to trust after we, for example, when we use the technique of manifestation, we know that after setting an intention and then we have to let go, we don't think about it, and then until the result come, right? Many teachers, many books talk about it.
That's right.
But for me, it's not easy to understand, because when I really have something I really want, of course, I always think about it, right?
Yes.
It's natural.
Yes.
So what about trust is actually, you can leave the trust, this word trust on a side, but try to put yourself in a relaxing state.
Okay.
Think about it. When you set an intention, you can think about it, but when you think about it, and then you can see at the same time, when you think about it, you are in a stressing state, you are under stress, you are contracting your muscle, you are stopping your breath, and then, yes, you are against the trust state.
Because your brain are thinking all about all the can do or cannot do. If cannot do, how?
Yeah, because the energy is contracting, so it doesn't work.
Right.
So you have, after setting your intention, after making a very clear object, a purpose, you have to put yourself in a relaxing state. Yeah, you can go play. That's why you can go play. You can enjoy your time with your best friend, your besties, your buddies. You can go swimming. You can go sleeping. But whatever you do, remember you have to be in a relaxing state, or at least in a balancing state. That's why sound therapy helps.
Correct. Bring a singing bowl.
Yes, advertisement again.
Good job.
Yeah. So last, about regular review. Yes, it's for me very important, for us very important. Why I and Jasmine can, I think for us, why we can work until now is we are not just doing totally out of our
So even
passion.
we have done intention, enjoyment, and trust, without the regular preview, it's not going to work.
Yes.
So this is how we review it regularly, right?
Yeah.
And we do it like on ourselves, and also do it as a team, and also as a company basis. So that's why, we came into here now.
Yeah.
Can you share a little bit how you do your any technique or any method?
The real actually is you have to be honest to yourself. You have to be
Honest to a point that is harsh, I think.
That is harsh.
Like I mean, 絕明真相.
係
Is it
忠言逆耳.
Yes, and we did it on both of us.
Yes, because you can see the scale. It's between clarity and confusion.
Because it's easy to you have a partner on the side, or have a buddy on the side, and it's easy to point out in honest way. So we both have the space to learn our lessons, and then how we really do the review. I mean, in a 100% crystal clear way.
Right.
Yeah.
But
So because we actually, what confused us is our mind. Because when we start something that we love at the beginning, and during the time we're putting a lot of effort,
right.
Because we have already invested so much, we don't want to stop,
Yeah, correct.
right?
This is such a lifelong investment, you see.
Yes. So with a regular review, it doesn't mean that you have to stop, not 止血. No. But you can adjust your direction. Anything you can improve, anything that you can grow or learn from the loss, or learn from the lessons, so you won't make that mistakes again, and go back on the right path. That is very important, because a regular review, work with someone that can tell you the truth, even though it is harsh, because it gives you clarity.
Right.
So many people have a very pure intention, enjoyed it and trust, but
they might be going on the wrong direction.
Yes.
I mean, not the wrong direction.
It still
but
happens.
Yes, it will happen, but
it still
review
happens.
is good.
So why some people say, if you can work in a career that you love, you are very lucky.
I agree with you.
We are very, very lucky because we also understand that if the universe doesn't allow, even though I'm very talented, even though I have a very good intention and I enjoyed it, I may not be able to make money out of it.
Yeah.
It can be my leisure time. I can work it in my voluntary work, but still I have to make money for my family, for my life, right? So we have to be very clear about if we can, because we want to share more about working as a business. So if you want to make something you love into your career and business, you have to have a very clear eyes. You have to do a regular review and see if it's worth your investment in terms of your time, your money, your effort, and your love.
Yeah, I think you bring out a very good point. It's like, oh, I feel like my heart doing today, do this, then tomorrow I feel like do that, do this, do that. So the things crumble up, and then in the end, everything mixed up. It is very difficult to you delegate
because you
again the
invested
whole
so
mess.
much.
Then it become a drama.
Yes.
Then you can't see the whole future.
Yeah. So that's the formula I want to share with you all.
Correct.
So with this formula, when we really practice it, you won't suffer a lot. You are always on the right path, and you can reach your destination very quickly.
Cool. Okay.
And indeed, in one lifetime, we can achieve quite a lot in terms of our development, our personal development, in terms of our emotional encounter, our spiritual path, our spiritual growth. Actually, we can achieve a lot. So make good use of our time and effort.
But I'm more interested to know is the process or the compensation that comes along. Did it take really long time, or is it a fast pace, or is it a slow pace, or is it a mixture?
Okay, you give us a very good cue, because it's time for us to share our amazing journey. So you can see sometimes the reward can come very fast.
Yeah.
Out of your expectation, but sometimes it can come, you didn't expect it already, but then it comes. Okay, so guys, I think we are going to spend a little bit some time to share our...
It's okay, it's very interesting.
Thank you.
I'm very excited, you see.
Thank you, Anthony. You're the best audience. You're the best host. Okay.
Thank you.
We want to share our amazing journey in establishing our business as Sound Therapy Hong Kong. We are truly very lucky and truly very blessed. Yes, but we want to share this not because we did it so well. No. Please don't misunderstand it. But we want to tell you how fast it can be and what type of signals we are getting, so we know we are investing on the right path.
Wow.
So we know it is something that we should do, even though we are not making a lot of money. Not a lot. We know we are not making money at all at the beginning.
At that time.
At the beginning.
Okay.
So our business started in year 2014. I think in about January or February. And then you see this is a print media, a newspaper. It's not an advertisement, it is an editorial.
Okay.
An editor called and said and told us, oh, I want to interview you and talk about sound therapy. What is Sing Bo is so interesting. And then at that moment we think, oh, it is actually very new, because Sing Bo sound therapy in Hong Kong is a very, very niche market. Very, very new. And then we are shocked, and then of course we are very honored to be interviewed, because the newspaper is quite famous in Hong Kong, Dongfang Yangbo, Taiyangbo, and it is in April of year 2014. It's about 2 months of our official start.
Wow.
So
it was actually basically because of this newspaper, and then we eventually started a business. And this is the biggest sign for me, biggest sign.
Yeah. Because before that, actually, we are not yet full time, or we just
do it on a fun basis, or freelancing for relatives or friends, a referral.
Yeah.
We never thought of doing anything.
Yeah, we never thought about it.
Yes.
Oh, okay. But this thing just come in boom, right?
And then
We still didn't know how and where and
Yes.
then what to start.
No
it's just
idea at all.
nothing. It's just really nothing.
but we do love and playing singing bowl. We do love sharing the vibes to other. I do love serve people.
Right.
Yeah, the nature is there. I think we both are natural healer. We enjoy it. We easily can pick up others' emotion. We are very empathic. And when we play singing bowls, we can quickly understand how it works.
Yeah.
And then we
Okay.
are very interested in doing many research about it. But at that time, we didn't think much. But after the press
press.
is on air, I and Jasmine think, oh,
Maybe we could try to start something. Maybe we could try to take it a little bit more serious.
seriously?
Yes.
And many people, many of our relatives saw that newspaper and asked my mom, is it your daughter?
And
Is
our,
it-
and our mothers, they can't explain it because I personally can't explain it.
Yeah.
I'm doing something for
Probably for fun,
fun,
Yeah.
really.
enjoying it.
Yeah.
Enjoying it.
Yeah, and then it seems that it's like a no return because it's on air. It's
Yeah.
very much okay, but we didn't think much, and then we started more seriously, and then at the end, almost the end of that year, a local, a very famous wellness local company invited us to write a column.
Oh.
Be a consistent, regular writer for their column on their newsletter. So it also is a part of our starting point. So this is a sign. Many people at first, I think it's our relatives, my relatives, think, oh, you're on newspaper now. You must have a lot of clients now.
Oh, it is quite the opposite. Actually.
But I can tell you, no, no, it's not. So I just mentioned
Not for
that.
us, not for us.
Don't just look at the monetary terms. Don't just look at the money because it brings you more than the value of the money. Yes.
Yeah.
So this year is the first year.
Because most of our most of our clients is from friends, and then I invite one friend, and then one friend refer the other friends. This is how it works. The newspaper, the 2014 one, doesn't work well because it's a very new and very niche thing at a time.
Yeah.
So what we're doing is a lot of education work and a lot of
Promoting, educating,
promoting. Yes, mostly promoting.
educating.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the main point is still you do it pure out of your heart and not for the money,
Yeah.
which is very precious.
Yeah. But of course later, because we need to run a business, we have to talk about money.
Yeah, at that time it's just really
But
fun.
at the yes, yes, we want to because we want to give a time frame and see what can happen.
What I'm thinking at the time is why because Hong Kong people are generally very stressed. My friends and my family member, they are so stressed. But,
Right.
but why is such good thing singing bowl is not popular in Hong Kong? That's my first thought.
Because we are waiting for both of you to start it.
Yeah.
But that was the thing in my mind at the time. And now I still think the same. Well, if there would be more singing bowl, more sound therapy in Hong Kong, so there could be more
More at
peaceful and
ease.
more good vibes in Hong Kong. Yes.
Exactly. I agree with you.
Okay, next slide. It's the same year in September, and then we are invited to perform in a stadium in Hong Kong with over 3,000 audience.
Ooh, wow.
And then we are actually at that time our legs are all shaking. We're all shaking before the performance, during the performance, and after the performance, because we thought we are too honored because our experience is so little and we are not very well known.
Well, we are.
and
Well, at the time, I thought, well, we're not so qualified, right?
yeah, we
3,000
thought we are
3,000
not
is a lot.
qualified.
Ah, okay.
We thought we are not qualified. But we also think that if the
there's
universe gives us an example, give us a chance, we will work our best.
Because there's an audition session, remember?
Oh, there's an
And
audition.
then we thought, okay, so we'll just go and play along and see, well, if we get in.
Yeah. You never try, you never do. Law of action.
Yeah,
Yes.
true.
Eventually, oh, you guys quite okay. Though. Well, what about you come and perform for us, and then so well we say, oh, if you're okay, and we're okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, sometimes I see that maybe we think too low of ourselves that we are nothing, but in fact, this nothing mean a lot to others people,
Yeah.
right?
So this is another sign. It's a very, very big sign. It's like, oh, you guys must see it, right? This is such a big event. For us, it's a very super big event. So yes, we are putting more seriousness in developing our business.
So it's another sign that okay, we could perform like an artist or like a musician. So
Yeah.
this is how another sign. Oh, we
Great.
could be a little more serious.
Yeah. And then next, not, it's the same year, our
Wow.
first year. We are on the TV program in TVB.
Okay.
We are interviewed by a TVB news report. It's I think it's a 5 minutes interview. It's actually quite a lot because it's talk about everything about us and our business, and it's also the time for us to share about sound therapy, such new
Modality,
healing
modality.
tools. Yeah, so we are grateful about this opportunity, and we just said that many people think, oh, you are now on the ETV
On TV.
and you're on the newspaper and you must have a lot of clients. Again, no, nothing.
People are easily associate if we're on the media, then we gain the fame. Oh, start people looking for us like that, right?
Yes.
It's actually.
But at that moment, we are not disappointed at all. Yeah, of course we are. We also thought that, oh, we are on TV and newspaper. I think at least it brings us some clients, right? It did, but very, very few. But at that moment, we are not. I was not disappointed because I thought this is a very precious opportunity for people to understand what we are doing.
To get exposure.
Because at the beginning when we want to work on sound therapy, we thought it suits Hong Kong market very much because it helped de-stress. And in Hong Kong, you know, it's a highly stressed place, and we think it is at least it helped me to de-stress very, very efficiently. So we believe, we trust that after all it works because it's so simple, it's so efficient. And what it doesn't work is people don't understand what it is. So we think all these chances are the channel for us to tell about what we understand and what we see about this tool that you don't know, so we still appreciate that much, and this is actually is already the reward we have, but at the same time this is the seed that we sow.
Okay, great.
Okay.
I was amazed.
And then the next year is not a big performance, but why I want to share this incident is you see the picture, there's a guy on a t-shirt. This is the owner of this bookshop. This bookshop invites us to perform a closing ceremony for their bookshop. And why I want to share, because this is a guy that respects us very, very much. You know, he is. I think he is quite have a name. He's quite
Quite renowned.
well known, among the circle, and he's a 前辈, you know,
Okay.
in terms of his
senior.
experience, and the
Seniority.
and then but still
Because this is a celebration of the close down of his
closing
shop.
ceremony.
You know, normally people won't accept that kind of job. I mean, if you think of this conversation, you know, it's not a
good. It's not a very 光榮嘅嘢啦. It's not something to be proud of, you see.
We just feel that okay. So if there's people, and then we were happy about spreading this singing bowl and the sound. So why not do it? And it was no money at the time. So we just do it.
Just have fun.
And we do it also because his respect to us.
Right.
So we just said we pick jobs. Actually, I cannot say we pick jobs, but we always try to work with someone who respect us and understand what we are doing. And the result is the fruits that we gain is the network and the friends, because you can see some faces some of them are our friends already, and some are still our existing clients. And I
Wow.
think they saw our growth over the past few years, and it is very precious.
Okay, it's like a leapfrog, you know.
Yeah, and they are all good people. You can see their happy faces. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then at the same time, we are at a performance is a guest performance again for a annual dinner of a very famous Buddhism magazine in Hong Kong, 温暖人間. I think this is, and they also make a CD for us as a gift for their guest. It's also no money at all for these events, but we gain an experience of performance.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know.
because performance is part of our work.
Yeah.
So we gain performance, and we enjoy the very good vibe and very good food, very good vegan food. So we want to share this.
Okay.
This is a charity. And then print again. I want to share this print ad. We are the cover story of 温暖人間 at that time. Why I share is not because we are the cover story, because we, you can see that the story happened in the year 2015. But until now, this year, there are still clients coming to our places and told us, I know you from this magazine.
Wow.
5 years later.
Look at the outreach, right?
Yes, so we just talk about when can I expect the compensation, right? You remember we shared this chat?
Yeah.
At the beginning, all the shares we just, with all the events and things we just share, is at the beginning we put a lot of effort, but the reward is not much in terms of the numbers
The
of
return.
clients, the monetary returns. At first it's not much, but you can see until now, I never imagined people can still remember we are on a magazine. And when they remember, oh, I'm so stressed now, and then when they are under stress and they remember us, they have a memory about us, and then they search and then they find us, and then they came again. So you never know when you invest in, the compensation always come, but we cannot expect much.
Correct.
When it will come, but definitely it will. Definitely.
Well, I think a lot of people just give up
In the middle.
before the conversation comes back.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it took a lot of determination and also trust and faith in our case.
I think the main point is this is your passion.
Yes.
And this is drive you to the max. And you
Yes,
won't
to
give
the
up.
max. Yeah, I and Jasmine are very hardworking people, truly. We did invest a lot, but of course we also suffered. In the past few years, we don't have much time for our personal life, truly.
I can understand that.
Yeah, so gain or loss, it depends on how you see it, how you value it, what you really want. So of course now we have to find my balance because of polarity.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is the process. Yeah.
Okay.
After all, 5 years is not really long.
No. Because 衝嘅時候，我哋一定要衝㗎嘛。
係啊。
哦。
Yeah. And in the 3rd year, I want to share this interview. It's called.
We have a different hairstyle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you see.
Do you look
We
different?
look very
we look quite
different.
different, right?
But very different, frankly. You look much younger now.
Now.
You look much younger now, but this one looks like maybe you're a bit thin. I think this picture is thinner than now.
Oh, thank you. Why we want to share this is because of this program. This program is called A 加專才. In all the past interviews, they are only interested in sound therapy, only interested in singing bowl, and somehow we are the one they could find at that time. This is what we thought at that moment.
Okay.
But until this interview, they really want to interview us.
Right.
As a
As a
person,
professional.
as a professional. So, and this program in the past record, they only interview professional.
Oh, the true
Yeah.
And
professional.
successful
true profession,
entrepreneurs.
very
But
successful.
we are really not.
And again, at that time, we thought we are not qualified.
Ah.
Yeah, until the host and the referral convince us it is okay. You two please go. It is okay. You have the reason that I refer you to this program and to this host, and then finally we made it.
Because we are probably the first couple of people that devote a full-time job based on a sound therapist. So many they are artists, or maybe they just do it alongside with other holistic business. So this is we do it 100% full-time. So this is something that caught their eye, I think.
Okay, all right. Let's move on to the next slide. Please excuse me for a while.
Sure. And this is the banyan tree retreat, and the same year. And usually we play singing bowl not in the water. Yeah, but this time you can for these pictures you can see we played in the water. I think it brings us the experience of being creative in delivering our service. Yes, so this is one of the very memorable and interesting, very fun experience. But of course, for this work we have money, we have
Yes.
yeah, we have compensation, but
But I think it's not a lot of money.
yeah,
Because
but
we have to fly over to Bintan. But the thing is, we gain a lot of experience and also have a lot of fun.
next slide. Let's do it quickly. Oh, this is another retreat at the same year in Bali. I think this one is interesting is the experience that how we use singing bowl to work with the natural environment, the land, and different people. Usually people use singing bowl to work in Hong Kong. At least we work singing bowl in the city, on a massage bed or on the yoga mat. But this time we have the experience, we gain the experience of using singing bowl to work with the environment. There's many unexpected energies there, and that we need to manage and to use sound to unite everyone from different parts of Asia who join the retreat. I think this experience is very golden for us. We want to share. Again, this is not about money, but the experience did help us traveling along all these years, and it's still affecting us on the practicing singing bowl, this experience.
Yeah, you see all the cultural. Exactly.
Yes. Yeah. And this is last year, this is new. We want to share, it's not because we have a print ad, not print ad, we have a print interview again. But this year, as Jasmine just said, we have a bigger dream about what we do. We hope that it's not just about Jasmine and I. We hope to have more good people who have a heart to devote in singing bowl. They have a chance to reach others.
Right.
So for this interview, actually we invite our therapist Harina, to be shooted and to be interviewed. So actually you can see some pictures who are teaching, actually is her, and who are playing singing bowl with me in the short room, because we want to bring this opportunity, share this opportunity with others who are really willing to share their talents and their passion in singing bowl. So we want to share this because this is the seed that we plant this year. So and let's see what it will come.
So this has come to like collaboration of all the sound therapy people, right? The sound therapy profession. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And this is one that we want to share. That's very interesting too, about the law of intention, manifestation, and compensation. This is at the last day of year 2019. I think you know, Adeline, many people in Malaysia knows about what happened in Hong Kong last year, right?
Yeah, the riots.
Yeah,
the political situation.
Yeah.
Political situation.
Yes, and at that time we always think that we could not do much to help others to go through these very emotional times.
It's very difficult.
It's very difficult because the violence, the sadness, the anger, the energy is very, very agitated. And we have to close down our office sometimes. We have to close our door because our office is located on the path of demonstration.
Oh, just
sometimes we can some tear gas can hit the streets outside our building.
So dangerous.
Yes.
Quite indeed.
Yeah. So at that time, we always think that why we started to devote ourselves into sound therapy, because we are not just want to do singing bowl, but we want to bring peace and harmony and calmness and happy and healthy life to others. And then so at that time we think, what we can do. We really want to share this vibe. At least we know when we strike a singing bowl, good vibes will be going in the air of the universe. At least we will do something.
Okay.
And then when we have this thought, and then last year one of our clients one of our opportunity come. They is the manager. The manager of this singer, Tang. I don't if you know about her.
No, I'm sorry.
So,
Later I'll Google it and YouTube it.
Yeah, it actually is a singer, a female singer.
Right.
And then she actually was planning to have a concert at the end of last year. But during the political situation, many singers canceled their concerts. On the Hong Kong Stadium, even Eason Chan, he canceled his concert. Even Lee Hacken, and also canceled his concert. So at that moment, she invited us to be her guest on stage for 10 minutes. There's a solo performance for 10 minutes, and we also need to guide a meditation.
Right.
And we thought this is a very brand new idea, because this is a mass, this is a concert for a mass group of people, because it's popular song, it's popular music, it's Canton pop. It's not, but Tang Xiuhao is very interested in spirituality. She also wants to use her concert to heal others, hope to resonate with others, hope to give some love to others with her songs and with her voice. So we have a very common ground, and she also like our singing bowl and our concert, and we have few meetings.
Yes,
And then Jasmine, you talk about 2 days ago before that concert, we are still not sure if we can be on stage.
Oh.
Actually,
why?
the day before, the whole team is still unsure.
Oh.
Because it can be cancelled
Outside
anytime.
the stadium, it's a key
Chaotic.
for chaotic situation. But at that time, it's actually quite critical in Hong Kong.
Ah.
So it's like 50-50. So everyone is scared,
Right.
honestly.
So
Quite memorable for all of us.
we remember that day. Luckily, everything's go well, and during our performance, during the concert, actually, the police are outside of the stadium doing the control. Yes.
Okay.
It's quite horrible actually. So, but still, in this concert, we share. You can see Jasmine. We brought the big gong at the back. It's very heavy. We brought it to the stadium and played on the floor, and I was on the stage playing the singing bowl. So to make a sound bath for the whole group of people, and also for that place, we have an intention to do the sound treatment not just for those audience, but for the whole area and Hong Kong.
So may I ask, how big is this area? Let's say it's like a football field, or is a stadium?
You can see the left corner. That picture is a stadium.
Ah.
That
Okay.
sits up
Blue and
there. I think it's
orange.
over 1,000. I can't remember, over 1,000, but exactly the
1,006.
number I forgot.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a very again the unmemorable experience, the whole thing, because so the compensation is when we hope that we want to do something from a good heart, and we don't expect much, and we stay relaxed all the time. Luckily, we always have singing bowl with us. We can always stay relaxed, and something amazing that is beyond our expectation can happen
Yeah. Okay.
in a way that you can never imagine.
So this actually speaks for yourself, pureness.
Yes, yes. We didn't expect anything as a return. We just hope to give
Spread it,
away.
give away, to
Yeah.
spread
So
goodness.
yeah, at least we enjoyed it. What we can get from the reward is we enjoyed it. It's a very important experience, and it is amazing that such a niche sound therapy business or sound therapy modality can go to a stage for the
Stage.
public. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
you can. Yeah, really outreach to the public and community.
yeah,
Okay, I think we need to speed up a little bit.
yeah. How about
This is the
we?
last slide, I think.
Okay,
Yes.
great.
And this is the seed. I want to share also about the timing. How can we expect things to come? I think if we are in the era of online, on the internet, everything
Right.
is electronics and things can come very quickly.
Yeah.
This is our YouTube channel. This year we want to share not just to the people who came to our place, but to those who are not able to physically meet with each other. So we try to put our thing on our YouTube channel. And then you can see in 7 months, we can have the number of subscribers from below 1,000 to over 8,000 until today. And actually for us, it is a lot because we are such a niche market and we are in Hong Kong and people only subscribe things that they found interesting.
Right.
And the numbers of view of the video that we share, the most view video, we also have reached a very high, for me,
High response.
rate. Yeah.
High response.
Quite a
So
hit, you see.
Yes, so if you think the numbers can be a very easy, no, the numbers is a very easy to manage. It's very measurable.
Right.
So you can see the compensation, but it's not again not in terms of money or whatever. But you can see that what we did is recognized by the universe.
Universe. Yeah.
So don't lose faith. Now it's time for us to do a very quick
Yeah.
sound
We've
meditation.
been waiting for it long.
Wait for it.
It's our compensation.
Yes.
Ice members benefit.
Oh, okay. Let's use this as the
Cover?
slide because we are not going to show you how to strike because we want you to fully relax. And for those who are here, who are still here, I thank you so much for your patience and for your time. And I hope you can find a comfortable position. If you want, you can close your eyes. What you just need to do is relax and listen.
So audience, just keep yourself relaxed either in sitting position. You can lying down or sitting on the floor, sitting on a chair. Relax yourself.
So how? So we will do it a 5 minute or 10 minute? Or?
We will have a 5 minutes
Okay,
sound meditation.
sure.
Okay. When you're ready, you can slowly come back. Open your eyes when we are finishing this sound bath session.
Hey, even just 5 minutes, it is really calming me down, and then there's some thing.
Great.
All right, that's so wonderful, and thanks for your kindness, your generosity. I think what you have shared is really wrap up as a life testimony of the law of compensation and the polarity that you have put through for the past 6 years to bring yourself all the greatness of compensation you might not expect, and everyone else maybe can't even expect it.
Yeah.
So I will just
trust the
do
universe.
closing. Any words or any advice you want to give to the audience before we closing?
Yes, I think.
Anything else you want to add on before we're closing?
Yeah, I think everything is about ourselves. Why we need to work hard, what we should do is always about ourselves. So always listen to our heart. Don't be too serious. Enjoy our life. And, yeah, have fun. Yeah.
Laugh it through. Sometimes humor a little bit, and that would greatly help.
All right, so I inspire to thank both of you, Jennifer and Jasmine,
Thank you.
for
Thank you.
such a wonderful insight. Namaste.
Namaste.
And
Well, I look
we
forward to
wish
seeing
you
you all in Malaysia.
all the best
Yes.
in everything you do. Yeah. Why not come here?
Yes.
I think a lot of people are missing you.
Yeah.
Me
What-
too.
We
If
will,
that
we will
chance,
meet
please
again.
come.
We'll meet again for sure. Okay.
Okay. All right. A very good night, and I wish you a very pleasant weekend.
Thank you.
If there's a chance, I might invite both of you to come out again for just a sound therapy session. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, let's
A
work it out.
longer one.
Yes, please.
Yeah, a longer one. Next time.
So okay, so a very longer next time. Let's work it out.
Yes.
Okay, so good night. Thank you, everyone.
Good night.
And
Thank you.
tune in November, 7 November. It will be Dr. Lanny's turn sharing about the Divine Oneness Law. So please stay tuned. And goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Good night.
Bye.